Perfect. I'll write the full, long-form video transcript. Now, flowing naturally without headings, in the calm, wise, and motivational tone you want. It'll blend philosophical storytelling with practical advice, hitting that approximately 2,000-word mark for a 12 to 15-minute video. Let's begin. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Mornings. For most of us, they arrive like a wave we're never quite ready for. Alarms buzz, notifications blink. We're barely awake before the world starts demanding. In the noise of it all, we lose the most sacred part of the day, the beginning. But what if you treated your mornings differently? What if they weren't something to rush through, but something to rise into? What if those first moments could become the foundation for a stronger mind, a calmer body, a more intentional life? Stoicism offers us more than quotes to admire. It offers tools. Tools sharpened by emperors and philosophers who knew struggle, who lived in uncertain times, and who learned how to meet each day with purpose. You don't need to be perfect. You don't even need to be a morning person. You just need to reclaim those first few minutes. Because how you begin shapes everything that follows. Here are 10 morning practices, stoic in nature, powerful in practice. Do even one of them, and you might just find your days unfolding with more clarity, presence, and strength. Before anything, before emails, headlines, or even coffee, pause. Open your eyes and simply notice that you're alive. Breathe in. Feel your body. Listen to the silence. There's a sacredness in that first awareness. It's your return to the present moment. The Stoics believed the mind must be trained at the beginning of the day before it becomes clouded by external noise. That means resisting the urge to scroll, check, compare. Just be still, even for 30 seconds. It's not about meditation. It's about presence. Command that first moment, and you start the day with your inner world intact. Then, ask yourself a question, not about your schedule or your goals, but about your character. What kind of person do I want to be today? Marcus Aurelius asked this of himself each morning. Not what he needed to do, but who he needed to be while doing it. That's duty. That's virtue. Maybe today calls for courage, or patience, or humility. Let that be your compass. In a world obsessed with outcomes, the Stoic path is about intention. Ask yourself this, and you start aligning with something deeper than just a to-do list. Now, wake the body, but not with comfort, with challenge. Seneca advised exposing ourselves to voluntary discomfort, not to suffer, but to train the soul. A cold shower, a brisk walk in the morning air, a short workout, even standing barefoot outside for a minute. These small acts of physical discomfort teach resilience. They remind you, I can handle what comes. You're not seeking pain. You're building armor. A few moments of discomfort in the morning can build a kind of quiet confidence that stays with you all day. Then comes one of the most underrated mental practices, negative visualization. It sounds strange. Why imagine problems? But the Stoics didn't do this to worry. They did it to prepare. Before you leave your home, think, what might test me today? A rude email, a traffic jam, a delay. Picture it, not dramatically, calmly. Now, imagine yourself responding with patience, with poise, with principle. When you prepare for difficulty, you become less reactive, more composed. It's not pessimism, it's practice. Gratitude follows naturally, and not for luxuries or big wins, but for the ordinary. Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." What are you grateful for right now? A warm bed, clean water, a roof, the ability to hear, to see, to breathe. Don't just think it, say it, write it. 3 small things. That shift toward appreciation is powerful. It quiets the craving mind. It says, I have enough. I am enough. And that's freedom. Now speak something into existence. A line, a mantra, a reminder. It doesn't need to be long or poetic. Just true. I will not be ruled by impulse. I am not disturbed by events. I control how I respond. These affirmations aren't magic. They're anchors. They remind you of your agency before the world tries to strip it away. Say yours out loud, or write it on a note. Keep it near. Let it be your lighthouse throughout the day. Next, revisit your why, your purpose. The Japanese call it ikigai, your reason for getting out of bed. The Stoics called it living according to nature or aligning your actions with your higher self. Either way, take a minute and ask, why does this day matter? How does it connect to something meaningful? Maybe it's family. Maybe it's your craft. Maybe it's just the chance to grow. When you remember your why, discipline becomes devotion. Now, and only now, plan your day. Not with obsession, but with intention. Don't just list tasks. Ask, what matters most? What 3 things, if done well, would make today meaningful? And more importantly, what mindset will I bring to them? Will I approach my work with excellence? Will I speak with kindness? Productivity is fine, but presence is rare. Build your day around who you want to be, not just what you want to get done. And before you plug into the world, protect your mind. No notifications, no scrolling, no inbox. Not yet. The Stoics warned about guarding your attention. It is the most precious thing you own. So build a buffer. 30 minutes, maybe an hour. Let the outer world wait. You've claimed your inner world. That matters more. Don't start your day as a reaction. Start it as a choice. Finally, step outside, or open a window, or sit in silence. For just 5 minutes, reconnect with what's real. The sky, the air, a bird's song, the texture of the earth. Marcus Aurelius wrote often of nature, how we are a part of it, not apart from it. This simple reconnection grounds you. It quiets the spinning mind. And it reminds you, you're part of something much larger than yourself. These are not tasks to check off. They are invitations. Invitations to live, not react. To respond, not flinch. To lead, not follow. You don't need to do all 10. In fact, trying to might only bring pressure. Start with 1. Choose the one that spoke to you most. Practice it for a week. Let it take root. You'll notice something begins to shift. You'll feel more still, yet more alive. More grounded, yet more capable. Because this isn't about mornings, it's about mastery. Of your mind, your time, your life. What if tomorrow morning you didn't wake up in dread, but in quiet strength? What if you looked at the rising sun and felt ready? Not because life will be easy, but because you are steady. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. And those thoughts begin the moment you wake. So start your morning like a Stoic and watch how your entire life begins to shift. Let me know if you'd like me to format this into a video script with voiceover cues, background suggestions, or screen directions. Or if you'd like a downloadable version. This could be a seriously powerful video. Absolutely. Here's that segment, polished and presented in the calm, wise tone we've been using, blending insight and application naturally. Before the notifications, before the emails, before the noise of the world finds its way in, just be. Open your eyes and simply breathe. Feel your body. Notice your thoughts. Listen to the silence. Don't reach for your phone. Don't scroll. Don't react. Just exist for a moment in full awareness. The Stoics believed that the way we meet the first moment determines how we meet the day. That first breath is your first choice. Will you be pulled by the world or anchored in yourself? So try this. Spend just 2 or 3 minutes sitting quietly. Eyes open or closed. No distractions, no agenda. Just breathe. In and out. This small act isn't passive. It's powerful. It's how you train your mind to lead instead of follow. Mornings don't begin with movement. They begin with presence. And from presence, everything else flows. Let me know if you'd like each of the other 9 habits written in this voice and rhythm too. Or if you want to continue building it out together, one at a time. Absolutely. Here's habit number 2, crafted in that same grounded, meditative style. Now that you're present, ask yourself a deeper question. Not about what you have to do, but about who you want to be. Each morning, Marcus Aurelius reflected on the kind of man he wished to become. He didn't start with appointments or obligations, he started with asterisk character. You can do the same. Ask, what is my duty today? Not in the sense of chores or errands, but in the sense of virtue. What kind of presence do you want to bring into the world? Will today call for courage, patience, discipline? Will you need to listen more, speak less, stand firm? This reflection protects you from drifting through your day on autopilot. Purpose keeps you awake. It gives shape to the hours ahead, because when you choose your virtue in the morning, you shape your story before the world writes it for you. Here's a continuation of your morning routine, blending Stoic wisdom with practical actions, all in the same reflective tone. The Stoics believed in training not just the mind, but the body as well. Seneca, in particular, emphasized the importance of testing ourselves, pushing beyond comfort to build strength and resilience. When you wake, don't reach for comfort right away. Instead, embrace a small discomfort to awaken your body and sharpen your mind. A cold shower, a brisk walk in the early morning air, a few minutes of stretching. Anything that feels slightly uncomfortable, yet invigorating. This small act of discomfort isn't about punishment, it's about proving to yourself that you're in control, that you can step into the day with strength, no matter what it brings. Each time you choose to challenge your body, you're fortifying your willpower. You're readying yourself for the challenges ahead. Now, take a moment to prepare, not just for what's pleasant, but for what may be difficult. It might sound counterintuitive to imagine hardship. But the Stoics taught us that negative visualization, mentally rehearsing obstacles, is one of the most powerful ways to build resilience. Imagine the challenges that might come today: a delay, a frustrating conversation, an unexpected setback. Picture them, not with worry, but with calm. How would you face these challenges? With patience, with clarity, with grace? By doing this, you're not inviting difficulty into your life, but simply preparing for it. When hardship comes, you'll meet it with a steady mind, knowing that it's not a surprise, it's just part of life. And you can handle it. Epictetus reminds us that wisdom is found not in what we lack, but in appreciating what we already have. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. In a world that constantly tells us to strive for more, gratitude for the simple is a revolutionary act. Take a moment each morning to reflect on the things you already have, things that often go unnoticed. A warm bed, a peaceful moment of silence, the breath in your lungs, the sun rising outside your window. Write down 3 simple things you're grateful for. Nothing extraordinary, just the small, quiet blessings. This act of gratitude shifts your focus away from what's missing and grounds you in the abundance of the present moment. I'll be ready to continue with habit number 6 when you are. Let me know if you'd like me to adjust anything before moving forward. Here's the next part of the routine, continuing the calm, philosophical tone and practical advice. In the quiet of the morning, remind yourself of who you truly are. Not who the world expects you to be, not who others try to shape you into, but who you are at your core. A simple affirmation, recited or written, can act as a touchstone for your character. It's a line that pulls you back to your values, your strengths, and your true power. Stoicism is a philosophy of remembrance. We must remember who we are before the world tells us otherwise. Maybe you need a reminder of your resilience. I am not disturbed by events. I control how I respond. Maybe it's about inner peace. I am calm in the face of chaos. Or maybe it's simply this: today, I choose to be my best self. The affirmation doesn't need to be complicated. It just needs to be true. Recite it aloud or write it down. Let it be the anchor that holds you steady as the day unfolds. Now, take a moment to connect with your deeper purpose. Ikigai, a Japanese word meaning a reason for being, is about finding the meaning that drives you to wake up each morning. When you remember your why, motivation follows naturally. It gives the day direction even before it begins. You can't rush through life without understanding what you're living for. Ask yourself, how does today connect to my deeper purpose? Is it to care for your loved ones? To create something beautiful? To serve a cause greater than yourself? Whatever it is, reconnect with it now. Reflect on the bigger picture. Remember why you do what you do. This is your North Star. When the day gets messy or distractions arise, return to this question. It will keep you centered and focused on what truly matters. Most of us have a to-do list that's filled with tasks, but the Stoic way is to plan intentionally, not just productively. Instead of rushing into action, pause for a moment and ask, who do I want to be today? What mindset will I bring to my tasks? So don't just write down your to-dos. Create a to-be list. Identify your 3 most important tasks, MITs, for the day. What's essential? What truly needs your focus and energy? But more importantly, think about the mindset you'll bring to each one. For example, for work, I will bring excellence and focus. For family, I will be patient and present. For self-care, I will be kind to myself. Planning this way keeps you aligned with your core values. It turns your day into a series of intentional actions rather than a checklist of tasks to get through. The next habits are just as impactful. Let me know when you're ready to continue with the rest of the morning routine. Here's the final part of the morning routine, continuing the tone and flow.